I can't play the guitar, but what I can do is show you how to make this MIDI controller control all your lighting on your next gig using the EMU hardware. EMU is a perfect lighting control system for musicians. It runs in your DAW, is compact and controls all types of lighting. But one thing, who wants to be fiddling around with a laptop on stage? This is where the MIDI port comes in. The MIDI port lives on the foot switch input, which means I can connect either a standard foot switch or a full-blown MIDI keyboard onto my EMU hardware. I'm going to show you how to connect and configure this MIDI keyboard into EMU via EMU hardware. You may have seen our previous video about the EMU hardware. Let me go over the features real quick. I have USB port, my TRS port, which is either a foot switch or a full-blown MIDI port, 2 DMX port, 5-pin, 3-pin, and an Ethernet port. If you want to know what these are for, you can go back and check our previous video. Click here, should appear. Today, I'm also going to be using this MIDI controller from Arturia. This is a great little MIDI controller for EMU. It's sturdy, feels good. What I have on this controller is a MIDI port and buttons, faders, and keys. Let me describe what I have on this table. I have a laptop running EMU, of course. I've got my EMU hardware, a TRS to MIDI cable, one really long MIDI cable, USB cables, a MIDI controller from Arturia, and a power bank. I'll explain that why I've got a power bank also. Let me connect everything. USB cable goes into my computer. EMU hardware. From the EMU hardware, TRS goes into the EMU hardware. My MIDI cable into the MIDI controller. Done. And now I'm going to power the MIDI controller using my power bank. You may be wondering, the fact is, by doing this way and a long MIDI cable, I can control my lighting rig from anywhere. I could be here, 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 or from here. Now I'm going to show you how to MIDI map the control channels onto the faders. Okay, so I start off by selecting the fixtures that I want. In this case, the Rogues behind me. I use the Alt key, this is a great little shortcut, to select similar channels automatically. In this case, I'm going to start with a dimmer. Select my dimmer, go to MIDI Learn, and all I need to do is just move the fader that I want to map. In this case, I've got fader 1. Done. Now I'm going to map all the other channels. My strobe on fader 2. My pan on this knob. My tilt on this knob. And then the colors, red, green, and blue. I close my MIDI Learn. Have to be careful because when MIDI Learn is active, any fader that I move will automatically get moved, will automatically get mapped. So now I have my pan, tilt. I can adjust my colors, increase the intensity. So I'm controlling all this using the MIDI controller. I don't have to be close to my computer anymore. So now we've MIDI mapped some of the faders like I've shown you before. I'm going to show you how we put everything together in an actual kind of light show. I don't actually need the laptop for this anymore. I can just leave it running to the side like I would on a gig. It'd be on the side and I'm just going to concentrate on the MIDI keyboard and the lights behind me. I've moved the computer and the EMU hardware to the side. It's still connected though. I still need to keep my computer running and the EMU software running all the time, but I don't need to have it display on the screen. So I also mapped some extra features on this controller. So for example, I've got a smoke machine. Smoke machine is mapped here onto the fader. I can turn it on and now this will run my smoke. You'll see it coming slowly. Also, I've mapped the banks and the faders like I did before. So now, when I've got my lights, there we go. Cool. Bit more smoke. Can never have too much smoke. The only thing I need to watch out for is that my computer does not go to sleep in the middle of my gig. That's easy. Change it into power settings and put it to always keep power on. And that's a wrap on our short video on how to use a MIDI controller with EMU via the MIDI port on the EMU hardware. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate. Put them in the comments below. Do the usual thing, like this video, subscribe, put a smile on my face, and I'll catch you soon. Thank you.